I am so excited to welcome our guest to Mocktails or
Messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski, and today we have Derrial. I said it because
Thank you for saying my name
Yes,
correctly.
You're welcome.
Because Ryan, who I've known for years, has done different altercations of my name today. Darius, Daryl, Derrial. You might as well just call me D.
I'm such
At this
a
point.
fucking
Next thing you know, I'm going to be Derek.
I am an asshole. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting him in his place.
It's only because she's here. That's it.
Hey, Christon,
Yeah, sure.
Derrial,
Try and make it up with the last name. Try and get fancy. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it was so fucking bougie. Christon.
Derrial Christon.
Derrial
Ariel with the D. Derrial Christon. You see how it rolled off of her
Christon.
tongue so easily? We were driving over here, and he's like, yeah, Darius. And I was like, who is Darius? Is it your cousin? Who is Darius? And he said it so, as a matter of fact, yeah, you know, Darius, when we pull up, I was like, Darius, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Okay, I gotta ask you truthfully. Am I just like, do I have a speech impediment? Or do you think it's just like, I don't know how to pronounce your name?
See, that's not fair, because if you have a speech impediment, then I'm going to feel very
I don't
guilty about
think
what
I
I just
do,
said. Because
but
I don't
she
want to make
claims
fun of
I
a speech impediment.
did. So, I mean, and I don't find, and she can't offend me. You can't, I think we've known each other for a couple years. You would not be able to offend me yet.
No. I mean, if I didn't offend you the first time I met you, then we're good.
Oh, shit. Oh,
then we're
shit.
good. Snaps on that, baby.
I
we're
know.
good.
We don't need to go back into that story.
No, we're not going to that
again.
tunnel.
We had a nice time at the Oaklander and Spirits and Tales for mocktails. Now, you guys are having the traditional cocktail.
Yes.
What are we drinking, Kelly?
This is Dirty Pelican. Ryan and ours. It's our favorite mixer.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Dirty Pelican's based in
This
Jersey.
is the lychee
That's what I'm having, right?
blossom. Yeah, this is Dirty
Yes.
Pelican.
And you're mixing that with a little Kettle One.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I stole that from Michael Rose's cabinet.
Oh, did you? Thank you, Michael Rose.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Michael
just-
Rose.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You're going to meet him later.
Okay, I can't wait to meet Michael Rose and thank him.
He's the man of the hour. You guys have a lot in common.
Oh, does he feel guilty about drinking on a Wednesday?
He does.
Oh, and then he's gonna be my best friend.
Exactly, and he likes Cabernet.
Oh, I
or
love a
Cabernet, whatever you call it.
Cabernet. I love
So
a
we
Cabernet.
started with mocktails. Now we're getting messy.
I'm drinking a mock. I'm drinking a mocktail. Or
Yeah.
I'm drinking a cocktail. Hold the cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a thing now.
There's so many things that could be said right now with that.
right.
And then I have peer pressured Derrial into having
You
some
say
vodka
his name so well.
on
She
a
does.
Wednesday, but you don't normally drink on a Wednesday, do you?
I don't. So I have this new rule that I don't drink during the week. I only drink on the weekends. It is a choice for various reasons. One, I feel better, you know.
Yeah.
I just feel like in this industry, there's lots of parties and events that we go to, or just happy hours and hanging out with friends. And I found myself that I was drinking every day at some point.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and I don't like that. And I didn't like the way I felt about that. And then also,
You didn't like being foggy, or
I don't like being foggy. I just don't, it's just, I like to work out every day. And then it's, you find yourself, if you're drinking, you're going to the gym makes it a little tough, and then the next morning I always feel a little bit groggy. And also, I'm just going to be honest, I'm vain. I'm a Leo. I work on camera, and I want to look good. And I've noticed that since I stopped drinking during the week, not drinking, just during the week, that my skin looks better, and I'm liking my abs. So, I look good naked now.
popping.
So,
He's looking for that popping
that's
on
a
a
good
Friday.
So I'll give my number
Yeah.
away,
Oh,
during this.
yes.
So,
Can you list it below?
I'll list it below right
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
let's
right.
tell everybody what you do. So you are a producer on The Bachelor/Bachelorette,
Yes.
but you have like a long list of credentials before that as well.
Yeah, TV journal. Well,
What don't you do?
I am a. Well, I know. I'm like a man of all trades. Well, in this industry, I feel like, especially now, you got to have your hands in a little bit of everything. But I'm a TV journalist,
Sounds
TV host.
dirty.
Well, it can be sometimes. You got to get a little dirty, Ryan. Okay.
Keeps interrupting you.
I know. You know what? I love it. As long as he calls me my name correctly. Or actually, I want him to call me my wrong name. Let's just keep it
You
moving.
just want to slap me in the face. That's what you want to do.
Just because you got that long, Tarzan beautiful hair doesn't mean that you can just make up names, No, I'm a TV journalist and host, and also producer. Because one thing that I learned very on by mentors, people like two people in particular. There's a man by the name of John Murray. John Murray. Look at me now. I'm messing up names because of you. I made it. Put a little extra on there.
It's the alcohol.
John, if you ever watch Sherry Shepherd's daytime Emmy Award-winning daytime show,
She looks
John
amazing.
is her EP and her her business partner, business producer, I guess business partner in the show.
Yeah.
But he has a very similar he came from a very similar background as myself. Like he was on Good Morning America. He was a journalist, and he there was a variety of things he did before becoming a producer. And one of the things he told me, he's like, Derrial, you kind of have to have your hands in every piece of this pie. And that's what I've watched him do in his career, and I really look up to him. So that's why I kind of have that variation of different things.
Yes.
And also Kevin Frazier, who is the host and EP for Entertainment Tonight. He's legendary, been on the show forever. I look up to Kevin. I wanted to emulate my career after him, and he's also another person like a Ryan Seacrest as well, who
He's talented.
They super talented, and Kevin has his hands in producing as well as being the phenomenal television personality and host that he is.
He's a natural.
He's a natural, but again, you have to have your hands in so many different things. So hence why I have 13 different titles. Producer, TV host, journalist, clean your carpets,
You don't do that anymore.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Anymore,
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
But if I do it, I'm going to own that business.
Of course.
So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's buy small businesses, right?
Mhm.
I heard that's the wave of the future.
Listen to Wave of the Future.
Right?
So let's leave off
Okay.
where we left off
Okay.
at the Oaklanders. So you were going to tell us a story about Oprah
Yes.
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, so as a TV journalist, I've done red carpets for all the award shows, Golden Globes to the Oscars, BET Awards to, the Emmys. And a lot of people always ask me, who is your favorite interviewee
Yes.
or any person you've interviewed? And I always say there's two people. First is going to be Oprah because,
oh my
Oprah
God. How could you
Oprah's
not?
Oprah. And what I love about Oprah is that it was actually at she was at a premiere for another movie, and she was getting in her truck, her black truck that was taking her away, and she still, as she's getting in the truck, stopped to answer my questions, which shows a lot about who she is as a person, which is amazing. And she just, to me, it just, that became one of my favorite interviews because she's Oprah and she doesn't have to stop and everybody wants to talk to her. And she could have easily just been like, I'm sorry, I'm out of here. She stopped, made the driver stop and answer my questions. So that's been one of my favorite moments. My second favorite, which I'm going to put these together, is Leo DiCaprio. So Leo DiCaprio, and this is why. So it was at the SAG Awards. Leo finally won Best Actor for The Revenant. And I was at the SAG Awards, and I was backstage after the red carpet. They bring the media in a lot of times to do the after red carpet interviews, and they whisk in the cast in front of maybe 30 journalists, and I was one of the 30 journalists in there to ask questions. And when Leo came in, I'm like, Leo, I feel like Leo's my boy. Like I feel like I grew up with Leo. We're like the same age, and I've watched his growth, and he's such a talented actor. But at that time, TMZ had reported that he was in Saint-Tropez. He was like partying. He was DJing with Rihanna, and I was like, this guy, I want to go to a dinner party with Leo DiCaprio. And so Leo comes in. He had just won the Best Actor for The Revenant at the SAG Awards, and a lot of times they say SAG Awards set up the tone for the Oscars. So if you win the SAG Awards, typically they'll win. They're in a strong contention to win the Oscar. Mm-hmm. Leo comes in. I'm in the room, and not to make this about race, but I'm in a room with mostly like older white men, journalists, old school, and I'm sitting with my producer, and everyone's asking him about The Revenant and the conditions and the CGI bear, and Leo is just sort of like fidgety. He's not smiling. He's answering the questions, not giving a lot, and I turned to my producer and I was like, God, I really want to ask Leo this other question. He's like, what? I was like, I really want to ask him about being in Saint-Tropez and being a DJ, and he's such a music lover, and I know he's a music lover. I want to know, this is the first time that he got nominated for best, not the first time. This is the time that he's in contention to get the Oscar for Best Actor. He just won it at the SAG Awards. What song would he say describes his mood right now, getting the Best Actor at the SAG Awards? And I just, he's a music lover. I want to know that. My producer's like, you need to ask that question. I'm like, no. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the black guy in this room asking like the music question when everyone else is asking these serious, smart journalism questions.
But he was bored with those questions.
And my producer's like, you got to do it. Mm-hmm. And I was terrified to do it. They do announcements. They say, hey, last questions. And my producer hits me in the arms like, stand up and ask the question. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. I stand up and I'm like, Leo, hi, I'm Derrial. Leo's kind of looking. I'm maybe like 3 rows in front of him, so it's pretty close. And I like, hi. As I said, I know that you just won Best Actor for The Revenant. You're lining up to win the Best Actor at the Oscar Awards. And I know everyone's been asking you about the CGI conditions of the bear and all of that from The Revenant, but I said, I know you're a music lover, Leo, and I just want to know, what song would you say best describes your mood right now after winning Best Actor at the SAG Awards? And he turns to me. What I felt was like a 3-minute pause, but it's probably like 3 seconds. And he looked at me, he goes, wow, whoa, dude, whoa. He's like cursing. He's like, you got me, man. He's like, what's your name? I was like, Derrial. He's like, man, you got me. He's like, oh, man. He's like, man, that's a great question. And like everyone in the room is looking at me and I'm standing up. I'm even kind of shocked myself because of the reaction. For a split
second, did you think you fucked up?
Oh, I thought that I was about to get kicked out of that room. I thought security was like, excuse me, sir. We would like to escort you out of this room. And he's like, wow. Yeah. He's like, man, oh, man, you got me. And he's like, shit, you got me, man. Like, oh, man, I don't even know how to answer this question. And so the time was up. So he still hasn't answered my question. And they take him off the stage. And he's like, hey, man, thank you. That's a good question. I'm going to think about that. And the security and the team are like, we got to take him back to his seat. Cool. Everyone's looking at me. Literally everyone's looking at me. And I'm like, and my producer was like, see, I told you. And I was happy with that. Like, I didn't get my answer, but I was happy with it. The response, the reaction. Swear to you, on everything I have is 10 minutes later, I'm sitting there. They have moved on to the next set of winners who were interviewing, and I'm sitting there, and a man in a black suit, I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. He walks up to me, and he said, hi. He's like, what's your name? And I said, Derrial. He said, hi, Derrial. I'm going to call him Kevin for this purpose. Hi, I'm Kevin, and I'm Leo DiCaprio's publicist. He said Leo had to go back into the award show, but he wanted me to give you an answer to the question you asked him. He said you asked him what song best describes his mood after winning the Best Actor for The Revenant. He said he wanted me to let you know that it's Bill Weathers' A Lovely Day, and he wanted me to tell you that that's one of the best questions he's ever been asked. Talk about game changer and confidence for me. I mean, first of all, just the thought that he took time to go in the award show and still give me an answer. I give him his flowers for that, because he didn't have to do that. No. That shows what type of dude he is, and the fact that like my question meant something to him. That meant a lot to me. It made me feel confident in, hey, I can do this. And I had been doing it for years, but sometimes in this industry you hear so much no's and negativity that it's nice when someone actually acknowledges something that you do that makes you feel a little smart and special. And that's what Leo did for me that day. It made me love him even more.
Oh, for sure.
Because like he's a real dude. He's a real one.
Well, and on top of it, I mean, you do get a lot of no's, but like I think what is so impressive about you, your resilience. You definitely have the confidence to keep going, and then to get that kind of interview, or even to get the one that you were talking about with Oprah. It's like not a lot of people have that resilience to continue doing what they do and having that poise, and that, you're not like aggressive with anybody. You're just kind of moving on.
No, it's interesting. I'm having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day who's also a host, who there's been so many people that we started off with, and then to see where it's gone to now. There's only a few of us who stayed, and sometimes they say the last man standing is the last man who wins. And I think my ego won't let me ever give it up, because at this point I've devoted half of my career. What am I gonna do? I can't give
Right.
up now. I see the finish line. And whatever that finish line is, because sometimes finish lines aren't exactly what you put in your brain or what you think it's going to look like, but sometimes those are the things that are the better things for you. I would say in my career, there's been a lot of things that have been blessing in disguise that I didn't even know or put on my radar. The Bachelor is one of them. Being a producer for that show, it was never on my radar to be a producer for The Bachelor, but then it came into my life. And it's been one of the best blessings I've had in my life,
Absolutely.
So you just kind of have to go with the punches with them too.
That's so
Speaking
impressive.
of which, we have a ton of Bachelor questions.
Oh.
So let's get into it. You make me a drink.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
She's very
I love
pushy.
that. I love it.
So, is it true that producers sometimes slip fake drinks into people's hands to keep them from like blowing the show?
Yeah, it's so funny. I get similar questions like that a lot. So I like to preference it like this. So I started with the Bachelorette season last year, and then they promoted me to Grant Ellis, who was the Bachelor this year, to one of his main producers. I never saw any of that. And I know that maybe in the past, like not on this show, but I know in reality TV that has been something that has been a rumor about things, and maybe it does happen on shows.
Was a rumor.
Will say that with The Bachelor, it's so false from the narrative when I started, because this is why we have team members that actually monitor how many drinks cast members actually partake in. So, and they literally like write it down. So if us three are cast members, we literally are being monitored on how many drinks we can have per hours, per day. That was not the case on my seasons that I worked.
Right. Okay. And so you're saying, do people still get hammered? I remember back. I mean, I know you weren't a producer at that time, but like, do you have to pull anyone out from getting hammered?
Not the seasons that I was on.
That's good. That's good.
But again, the rules have changed.
Yeah.
There were shows that got in trouble in the last few years that changed how the game is. I mean,
yeah.
Some people's tolerance are different than others. But I will say that The Bachelor is really good at keeping things undertone.
So as
Unlike
a producer,
Bravo.
do you bribe people with screen time, like if they're going to bring more drama to the table and things like that?
I think that actually, the casting directors do such a great job of bringing in different personalities, and they know what's going to trigger what.
They already know like which personalities they're bringing to the table.
Yeah, you know what personalities are going to mesh and how things may fall. Now, a lot of people ask me about, do we create the storylines? We do not create the storylines. It is literally people are who they are as a personality.
That makes sense.
But listen, you know what personalities work with certain personalities. If I'm a fire up person and I've already made comments about you, and then you put me in a room with you,
right?
you know what I mean? Like we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Right, that's a good idea.
So but there's no orchestration of that, and it's such a false narrative that I keep people asking me about that all the time.
Right. Well, we have to talk about Grant Ellis.
Yes,
you were assigned particularly for him?
Yes. So Grant was on The Bachelorette. He was one of the finals with Jen's season. And
Jen is
Jen Tran.
She was the last
yeah, she's
Bachelorette.
a
She's the last
physician
Bachelorette. Yeah, from
assistant.
San Diego.
Yes.
Love Jen.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
And she's also a little kinky.
She did not hide who she was.
Yes. And maybe that's the
And I
better
love that.
maybe that's the better way to word it.
No, I mean, I like the word kink. It's fine.
You're like, I have to be careful what I say.
No. I mean, listen, she showed what she showed on TV. I have
love
nothing to do
it.
with that.
Empowerment.
I love. Yes, Jen is definitely she's a strong woman. But yes, so Grant was on that season. Grant's a likable guy.
That's the thing. He was too likable, so I was like, "Is he going to be boring?" But he wasn't boring.
No, so here, so Grant was on The Bachelorette, and then they made him The Bachelor, and I got a call from the producers. I'd only worked on The Bachelorette for one season, so I was very honored that they asked me to come on board for Grant's season to be one of his small producing team. It was myself and the head producer, and then his handler, which is our our small team of 3. And I got really close to Grant, and Grant, I love that guy. He's like my brother, literally, especially now. I mean, when you go through the trenches for several months together, you learn a lot about the person. And what also one of the biggest misconceptions that people also ask me is that Grant wasn't there for love, and Grant was there for love. I can 100% say that Grant was on that show to find love. His mom actually got him on the show, or originally she got him on The Bachelorette, which led to him being The Bachelor. And Grant definitely was there to find love, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. I know it's really tough for him, to be the Bachelor as well, because, listen, I don't want to make this about race, but also, there is a different. I think we all noticed, or he and I noticed, that there was a difference of expectations for him versus a previous Bachelor, like a Joey, like there's just a standard. There are certain things that Grant did that other Bachelors had done, but they would call Grant a player, or they would say he was there for the wrong reasons, or he really didn't want love. And that used to, like, it would do any of us. It would get underneath his skin, because it's like, he's there for love, and why are you being held at a different standard? But Grant was such a pleasure to work with. We went through a lot together. He really did want to find love. Grant was great. Yeah.
So what was it like behind the scenes?
Oh, wow. Crazy. So for Grant's season, we filmed at the regular mansion, and then we traveled we were in Spain, we were in Scotland, we were in Dominican Republic, and then various cities like New York, Chicago, all across the country. And it was nuts, because first of all, it was really interesting when we would go to some of the European cities, how many people recognized Grant, and they would stop him. And then I had to be like the security mafia and say, hey, you can't take any pictures of him. Yeah. And that was tough, because Grant's the type of guy who wants to sign everyone's autograph. Yeah. And I had to be the bad cop, or our team had to be the bad cop as well. But it was crazy. It's crazy to be on that side of things, because watching him have to just go through all those dates and really hone in on who he wants to be his wife. He obviously wants to make the right decision for himself, and none of us can make that decision for him. And so I always say I couldn't do reality TV. I couldn't be on those shows, because to watch your entire life be in front of people and be scrutinized in a lot of ways, because if you pick one person, someone's going to be mad you pick that person. If you pick the other person, someone's going to be mad you pick that person. So, I used to tell him, even, like, stop reading comments about yourself, because it's only going to get in your head, but it was crazy. I mean, we had a lot of fun, but there was also, we're around each other all day long. I would wake up with Grant, seeing Grant in the morning. I would go to sleep seeing Grant at night. So you can understand how we would get on each other's nerves sometimes. One of the best stories I have is that we were in Spain and we almost died, because our driver was this crazy Spanish driver, and we loved her, but she was like going up like the hill, we were in Madrid, and there was like these little roads that were windy roads, and we were going up the road to go to one of the locations for his date, and I'm sitting, like, it's a two-sided van, so I'm facing Grant and Steve, who's also a handler, in the van, and I see their faces, like, shock of fear, like you almost, like, it's like a ghost appeared in front of them, and I'm like, we're about to die. So basically what happened, we went up the road, and there's this big truck that almost slammed right into our van, and
came off the cliff,
literally, and we laugh about it now, because they said that my face was we're about to die, right? This is our time. I could feel the energy of us about to die. So, but we had so many crazy fun moments. I mean, we're together all the time. So, I really getting to know Grant, and just, I didn't envy him, because he had some tough decisions that he had to make, but we also got through it together. You grow tight in that time period.
But I'm sure you felt so much pressure being a producer for him.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I felt tremendous pressure in several regards. For one, this is a major show, and there's a lot of eyeballs on it, and I wanted to do right by Grant in any way that I could. And also I felt a responsibility as a black producer, being a producer for the second black Bachelor. The first one, Matt James, there was a lot of controversy that happened with him, and I didn't want that to happen to Grant. So I did take on a lot of the worry and responsibility because I wanted him to be shown in the best light, and you can't please everybody, obviously. It's like, is he black enough? Is it too black? Is it, it's like those things happen. And I wanted to make sure that he was seen in the best light possible. So I took on just as much stress as his producers probably he was feeling in certain regards, because they're also going to look back at me and say, I was getting text or DMs and things as well saying like, well, you got to represent him well, make sure that he's, looking good on TV. So there's a pressure on my side as well to make sure that I'm doing my job to make him look in the best light as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a huge responsibility.
Because it is a star.
He's the star.
Yeah,
and
so you
there
do
are
have
millions
that.
of eyeballs on this guy, and there's millions of eyeballs on this TV series. And yes, it's fun, and I love being a producer, but it's a lot of stress.
Right, and I do think you have this genuine care. It's not like, I think that's why you're in the position you are, because out of a lot of people I met in La-di-da land, you are maybe one of 5 that I remember being
only
there.
5.
There are 5 people that I've met that are genuinely care. And there's a lot, because people move there for the reason to build their career up, to be a star, or to be like you said, to be the host. But really the longevity, you have to care for others.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, I always lead with trying to be honest, and I would tell Grant or other of my cast members that I produced, listen, I have to ask you this question. I know that you're not going to like this question. I need you to answer this question because I'm going to make you look in the best light as possible that I can, but I need you to answer this question. I know it's tough, and I am being a producer now. I'm not just, because it was always are you my friend or are you my producer? Derrial, are you being my friend or are you being my producer? I'm like, I'm being both, and I'm being real with you. I need you, but I need you to answer this. But most of the time when I explain that to any cast member, hey, yes, at the end of the day, I am your friend, but yes, I was hired to do this job as well. So I got to get certain things from you that you may not feel comfortable answering or you don't want to answer, but you got to do it for me. And most of the time, those cast members would answer that question for me. In fact, one of the biggest compliments I got was one of the other producers at our After the Rose rap party for The Bachelor this season. He said, one of your gifts is that cast members trust you. And he said, that's going to take you far in this industry because you're not that producer that's just trying to stir up the pot in the drama. You actually do care, and they know that. Even if you're making them answer things or do things that they don't want to necessarily do, a lot of times they'll do it because they trust you, because he's like, you have that. They know that you are that person. So that was probably one of the biggest compliments I've gotten in this industry, because it's not easy being a producer, but I also lead with how would I want my producer to treat me. And that's kind of how I kind of lead my producing.
Yes.
Give us a funny moment. A funny moment.
A funny moment.
Yeah.
A funny moment that I hate that wasn't caught on camera is, so we were back in LA doing dates for Grant, and he had to go to the restroom. And, we were filming so quickly that I didn't realize or capture the fact that he had toilet tissue lining stuck in his back of his pants, and he filmed the entire thing.
Oh my gosh.
With the toilet tissue on stuck in the back of his pants. And afterwards I was like, oh crap, crap, you got no pun intended. You got this toilet tissue lining in your pants, and we laughed so hard. He got a kick out of it too, because he literally went through the entire date with this toilet lining on his pants. So that's probably one of my favorite.
On it?
Yeah.
And I'm so confused how that would happen.
Well, you know how you like go to the bathroom really quick and you put the lining around, and then
It can stick to your
you
legs.
get stuck to your leg or whatever. And I guess probably when he pulled up his pants, a piece got stuck there. And
He must
was
be raw dogging it on
yeah,
the toilet.
I'm like, what's that say about you,
He's
sir?
raw
I
dogging
hover.
Oh, you don't even really sit on the.
Well, I try to do the toilet paper lining thing, but like it usually flushes down.
I mean, I've had it where it actually has stuck to my butt.
Oh, really?
It sticks to you.
Yeah, it sticks to you sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but it's.
I mean, you might have a moist butt.
Like a hot day, like the back of your thighs are sweaty.
I can see it sticking to your butt, but like to stick and then come off in your on
He
your
was in a
pants.
hurry. He
I
must have just.
have a little hair on my butt, so sometimes the moisture
You
from
have
the
a little
hair on my butt. So you
So
know,
you have a furry butt.
Oh, you have a hairy ass too.
I mean, I got a little hair.
Okay.
And so I would say that
Do you
there's
have
been
a
times
smooth
that
ass?
I've lined a toilet and that the toilet lining got stuck to my butt.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, I think I just tried.
Quit acting like that don't happen to you. I mean, come on.
I've always let
You
it
seem like you have a
suck
hairy
down.
butt.
Okay,
He
yes,
does.
but I've never had it come out on the fucking back of my pants.
As you,
He's just so perfect.
I
He's so
know.
perfect.
I know. Look at those loafers.
What is Derrial? What is your advice for future bachelors that want to be a contestant?
Wow, that's funny. I do get that question a lot. I would say a lot of people think that they're ready for that microscopic life,
Yeah.
and everyone is not. And you know, yes, it on paper it looks glamorous to be in front of everyone's TV and you living your real life and your best life and your authentic self. But on the flip side of that, you have to be prepared for the other part of that, which is, you know, there's a lot of trolls and a lot of people can make comments about you that aren't true, and you have to be able to deal with that. And so, you know, and also deal with the fame. I mean, you know, as I mentioned, we were in other countries and Grant was being, you know, recognized. We would be here and he's just recognized. You are a face. And, you know, as a bachelor, I think that a lot of people aren't prepared for what that comes with. You think you want to be famous. Oh, excuse me. You think you want to be famous, but are you really ready to be famous and everything that comes along with that? So my advice to someone is like, really think that out. Like, what, you know, and are you really prepared for that?
I am.
I feel like you are ready.
I'm kidding.
He was ready yesterday.
Okay, that was a joke.
That was not a joke.
That was not a joke. I agree with you. That was not a joke.
There is no.
That was
fucking-
super genuine.
There is
It's
no
like you were talking
bachelor.
to him. He was like, "I am."
Right. He was,
Yes,
he was
I
just
do.
waiting for me to
I
finish
do.
what I
Yes.
said, just so he could be like, I am. I am.
Exactly.
And he shook his hair too. You know, he was just like, I am.
You guys are so mean to me.
This is not your day.
There's no bachelor.
Bye, Bachelor. But
There's no there's no woman that a bachelorette that would have. And you know, they wouldn't be interested in having a bi contestant.
you know what?
They've had them before.
Colton
I-
Underwood was in the closet. He
yes,
actually never came out until afterwards
because
I
but-
don't think he knew.
I don't know if he did or didn't know. But what I would say to that is that I think that I have heard rumors that there has been ideas of toying around with a gay bachelor. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that it's coming.
Tried.
I think that
Didn't they try
or
on
something
logo?
like I think that
They tried it.
yeah, but I feel like logos are different.
That's
They would be
true.
handled
That's-
differently.
yeah, that
you can
was-
get away with certain things on logo or do certain things on logo that maybe wouldn't be right for like
That's true.
an ABC
Like
network.
ABC.
You know, but I actually feel like it could happen
It
in the
could
future.
happen.
Yeah. I mean, listen, people years ago didn't think there was going to be a Golden Bachelor, and look at that's one of the highest
so
rated.
Yeah.
Golden
With
Bachelor is one of the
that.
highest rated, you know, seasons,
are-
and
Yeah.
now
They're
doing Golden
beautiful
Golden Bachelorette
and handsome.
Yeah.
They are, and you know, it really does make you realize like how lucky we are to be able to like health is your new wealth. Like like if you take care of yourself and like say you do like have your significant other pass away, God forbid, or you get divorced later in life, like that really shows like how beautiful like the next chapter can be for somebody that might be in their late 50s or 60s, or I don't know what the requirements are for golden.
I think it's 50 plus. I believe it's somewhere in there.
It's like the
because
communities.
there's always for the network. There's several different showrunners and different teams for different different seasons. So I haven't had the chance of working on Golden yet. I've met several of the Golden castmates because they still were a part of The Bachelor to a regard. But listen. First of all, 60 is the new 40, 70 is the new 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like age is, I mean, I just saw today that Cher was on the cover of some magazine with her 36-year-old boyfriend, and she's like in her 70s. So,
fuck
you know what? Love is love.
Let's go.
I think that people get caught up on formality so much, which is still strange to me when we're in 2025. But you know, love who you love. As long as you're not harming anybody, love who you love.
Exactly.
You know? It's hard enough to find love.
Amen.
So let's just start with find love.
Who
Find
you
somebody
love,
who loves
right?
you as much as you love them.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh,
I know you said Grant, like 100% was looking for love.
Yeah.
Do you think everybody goes there looking for love?
No.
Yeah.
I think that some people go looking for fame, some possibly, and I think that some think they're looking for love. I mean, here's why I say that it would be tough for me to go on any type of reality show that's like that, is because I always say that, like, if you're on these shows, and this has nothing to do with The Bachelor, this is just in general, if you're on these shows looking for love, it's easy to fall in love when you're in these exotic locations and everyone's catering to you, and you know you are, you know, you're you're dining the best, and your makeup is perfect and you're looking perfect.
Fantasy.
But what happens when you have your first argument, or when you wake up next to the person, their breath stinks? Stank. You know, breath stank.
Different story.
You know what I mean? Or you realize,
I know.
that's what your viewpoint is about that. You know what I mean? That's why, for me, it would be tough to go on these shows, because I'm like, I can see how you get lost and you think that you're in love, and then reality sets in. You know, and
you know what?
That would be tough for me.
Honest to God, I do feel like whenever you do go on these like travels, like if you've ever dated somebody and it's like they're like long distance and you just like are always meeting up in a nice location, you kind of get like this delusion that it's like, oh, this, I love them, or I'm like really interested in them. And then when you actually live together, like the olden days when you didn't move in with your husband until you guys got married. So, like, in some ways, that's an adjustment.
Oh, it definitely was, yeah.
Because, like, I feel like you really didn't know who he was until you lived with him.
Oh, listen, I tell everyone, you got to test that sauce before you sign up for it. I envy you, because I don't think I could ever do that. I need to see what you're like on a day-to-day before I move in with you.
Right.
You know?
I agree now.
It's just like, I think that everyone should have sex before.
I was 22. I didn't know any better.
And it clearly worked out for you.
It did.
Yeah.
And you guys were on fantasy trips, too.
Yeah, pretty much,
Like, they were just vacation because he lived away. So they were dating long distance.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like The Bachelor.
If I had a child, or anyone asked me advice, I would say have sex, live together.
But what if you're Catholic?
There's other ways to figure out.
I hear you. Test the car before you drive it.
Test it a little bit. There's certain other things that you could do to test the driving abilities,
right?
To see if the driving abilities are compatible with yours.
Yeah, intimacy.
You know, intimacy.
Maybe like a measuring stick.
Get out that measuring tape.
Get out the measuring tape and stick. And no. I think that you should test the water. I just think that it would be really tough, especially now, to go into it with not living with someone, or knowing just how they are day to day. How is their hygiene? How do they clean the kitchen? You know, it's little things like how, you know, what time do your sleeping patterns match? You know, I mean, it's like so many simple things. You know, like it's little things. So I envy you for being able to do that. But that's what I would.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, last Bachelor question. How do you like working with Jesse Palmer?
Jesse is the epitome of professionalism. So I also looked at Jesse in a different lens because I'm a host myself, and a lot like I'm one of the very few that are hosts and journalists who work on that show. I was very lucky and blessed that The Bachelor brought me on, as also since I was a TV host, or am a TV host. Jesse, to me, like Jesse's job is a job I would love to have, because Jesse comes in, he's always prepared. He but there's like also for a season, so he can do his other things. He does the Saturday morning football, and then he comes on and it comes in and gives advice to the Bachelor, Bachelorettes. I think he has a great job because of the fact that he is able to come in, come out, still do his thing, go to these exotic locations, and then go back to his sports, or whatever else, other things he wants to do. I know this year, even while we were filming The Bachelor, the After the Rose show, he was doing the red carpet for the Oscars and balancing both. Like, he's such a professional, and he was a bachelor. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jesse was a bachelor at one point, so he comes with the knowledge of knowing what that's like. I would love to have his job one day, like a job like his. I don't want, I'm not trying to take your job, Jesse. That's not what I'm saying. But, if you need a co-host, Jesse, you work with me now, Jesse. I'm just saying, I would love to do it.
Well, and you are so right, because I remember they had some of the, the girls or contestants trying to kind of slide in there as hosts, just a little bit of a stint, and I was just like, oh, come on, get out of here.
Listen, everybody,
I was like, I love you girls.
Everyone thinks they can host, okay? Everyone thinks they are hosts. Right. Everyone thinks their personality. I know that a lot of brands and networks have hired, social media influencers to be hosts, and sometimes it hasn't worked out because you still have to have a skill. Just because you can talk doesn't mean that you can be a host.
Well, and like you said, you actually formally trained.
I trained
to be hosting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you also can't be robotic and just train and not have a personality either.
No, it's a
combo.
I
had to find the balance of that. Like I said when we were talking before, it's like I initially felt like I needed to be a certain way, and my real personality wasn't coming out. Yes. Now I'm in a place of, after all these years, either you take me or you leave me. Exactly. I am who I am. Yes, I talk proper. I used to get so upset when people are like, "Oh, you talk proper." Yeah. I'm like, listen, I'm still black as shit, so don't get it twisted. You
can throw down.
I can throw down. Come at me. I'm ready. Okay. So
God
bring it.
Ya.
Bring it.
Yes,
bring it. Yeah, I'll talk proper. I'll cuss you out and be proper at the same time.
Yes. A fucking man. I mean, I think that's what I like about you. You do have two different sides, but they blend between the two. You're showing more your personality now that you've become, I don't know, a little bit older, a little bit more experienced.
Older? Aren't we going backwards?
Didn't you 39? Aren't you celebrating 39?
Forever 21, baby. Forever 21. No, actually, I would be forever 21. I think I would be forever. What would I be forever?
34.
I like a 35.
35, yes. Halfway to 70.
You're close enough to 40, but you're still close enough to 25.
Yes, and I think you can be president at that age. Yes.
Well.
I think 28. I'd stay 28 forever.
Yeah, make 28.
Why 28?
I just felt like I looked my best at 28.
Okay, that's fair.
She's so vain.
You look pretty great now, so I don't know.
I know.
Thanks. It's the Botox.
Okay, well, hey, I would definitely do it.
Have you ever dabbled with a little bit of injectables?
I did Botox one time, but it was I host a show that's on CBS called Destination LA, and so the show is basically
you on there.
I love that show because I get to really show my personality.
You get to wear some pretty cool outfits.
And then also the show is. I'm kind of like your tour guide for cool things to do in Southern California.
Where'd you get the Botox?
It was a person by the name of Dr. Lynn. He is he has an office in Beverly Hills and El Monte. So Dr. Lynn, I'm giving you your flowers and your shout out.
Is this Dr. Len Horstein or
no? His name is Dr. Lynn.
Okay.
Just Dr. Lynn. He gave me my first Botox injection because it was for the show. And so he asked me, he was like, would you ever do this on, live? And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to commit, let's try it. I was nervous.
Yeah.
So I did it. He did it in I had a little bit of, I smile a lot.
Like the crow's feet.
Crow's feet. He did it. And I was like, oh, damn, I could see how people get addicted to this.
Yeah, you don't even have any, though. Yeah.
Well, I do. So I have some really great products that, that I'm a products guy.
Okay.
I try different things. Every night I'm putting my eye stuff on. I got my moisturizer. Look, I got excited. I'm hitting the mic talking about my moisturizer.
Yeah. It's not the vodka.
I'm a product guy. You got to take care of your skin, you know.
Yeah.
And there's several skin care lines that I indulge in that I keep it tight. Trying to keep it tight.
What's your favorite?
I would get in Botox if I need it.
Yeah, it's good. I did it on my
There's
forehead.
a little line on my forehead. I'm like,
that's what I had, but mine was worse than yours. So I was like, I'm not having this.
Yeah, I'm like, let me, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that looks good on a man, like the lines, but
that's what they say.
Yeah,
but
that's what they say.
That's what they say.
It does.
That's what they say.
It does.
Murad, Murad has
that's your product?
amazing products that I use.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Got a promo code?
I don't have a promo code, but just look them up.
We'll maybe reach out on
maybe
that.
reach out to them. I love their product.
Yes.
Very much. There's several skincare options out there right now that can add and enhance your pre-long things.
Oh, for sure.
Are you single?
She went from the Botox to are you single?
Yeah.
I was in a 10-year relationship.
Oh my God.
Fuck? It was long. It was really longer than that in overall.
10 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, and we broke up, and we broke up 5 years ago now.
Were you married or dating?
Basically, the funny thing is,
that counts.
we were more married than some of our married friends.
Yeah.
We actually lasted longer than a lot of our married friends.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't,
At least you don't have to worry about messy paperwork.
Yeah, messy paperwork.
Okay.
Now I am very much dating and enjoying dating and safe sex.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's
I think
very
that's important.
Yeah.
Now, when you say safe sex, you say like condoms or what?
Yes, yeah, that or yes,
or going to the clinic to
or
test each other before you
go have sex. Those things.
I like safe sex.
I love a safe sex.
Yeah. I'm very I used to be like kind of like a Samantha Jones.
Oh.
And now I'm feeling like more like Charlotte.
Okay.
Just because I feel like, that whole you ever go out with somebody and you're like, wow, they check all the boxes. Like this could be monogamy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so this is kind of what you strive for. But then there's so many couples out there, especially in LA, that we're like, we got to have a threesome or we got to.
There's so many sex swinger clubs and parties and mansion parties. I'm like, oh my God, am I
right?
What I'm clutching my pearls. I'm like, oh my God,
I didn't even. You're so prude.
I'm like, oh my God, am I a prude? I didn't even know this was going on. Yeah.
Dude, that is even happening in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah,
really?
There are curated events.
Mm-hmm. These
they
are curated
vet you to make sure that you're not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna miss out on my wild days of living in New York and LA. I come back here and I'm like, wait, what? There's a curated event?
Yeah,
I told her about it and she was like, sign me up.
If I was single.
Well, see, that's the thing. She's very traditional. They went the Catholic route.
I mean, I grew up Catholic too.
I grew up Catholic, but I did not get married in a Catholic church.
Oh, that's right.
Well, here's the thing. I'm intrigued by it because I've never. I would admit if I've never gone. I want to go, but I heard that you can't go and just watch. I like to go and just watch. I would like to just go and watch for the first time.
You're a voyeur?
100%.
Okay, good.
So I would like to go watch and then decide from there.
Okay,
I hear you.
So you're a voyeur. I'm an exhibitionist. What are you?
I'm normal.
She's calling us weirdos.
You did.
Are you seriously calling us weirdos?
I don't know.
I'm normal.
I don't know. What does that mean, normal? What does that mean?
We're freaks?
I'd be more of a voyeur. I would want to watch.
Yeah, I just want to see. I want to see what's going on.
You're kind of an attention limelighter.
I don't know. I think I have two personalities.
Yeah, she's
You're
like
right.
an extrovert.
Wait,
and
are you a Gemini?
I am.
How'd you know?
Yep.
You're a Gemini too?
No, I'm a Leo.
Leo.
But
the
Geminis
Lions.
tend to have several personalities.
Yeah, I'd
I'm
probably
like, who are
say
you
I'm
today?
a voyeur, but then I'd be jumping in and like, who knows?
I was hanging out with
Yeah.
someone who was a Gemini, and
I'd be jumping.
I had said we had a whole conversation about something like a week before, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" We had a whole conversation. It was the Gemini. They're like, "Oh, last Tuesday. Oh, I was a different person."
I try to not be that
I'm like,
way.
"Wait, you were a different person last Tuesday? What?"
Yeah.
So I feel like I only know her as one person because I'm like, oh, she's just Kelly and Mary Ellen. Like there's two, and like Mary Ellen is like.
Oh, so you do have
I
you
have
have two
an
names.
alter ego.
It's
yeah.
alter ego.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like I know
So you're
that.
Sasha Fierce versus Beyonce.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have that?
Darius.
Darius.
Oh.
Darius. You haven't gotten that
So
name
you-
yet. Oh wait, did you?
So you did call him the
Oh, you
right
did
name. You did.
You know what? You're right. You
I
did call me
met him
Darius.
at George's party.
You met Darius.
I
You sure did.
He
You sure
stirred
did.
the pot about my ex. He was saying, what were you saying? You were like saying something about.
So I was we have a mutual friend. We were at this party, and so this was my messy part. So this was my messy day.
This was your messy day because it was 2020.
It was 2020, and COVID was rampant, and our friend did a party, and I drank because I was so nervous about being around people that I let vodka control me that day, and so a friend of his.
My boyfriend.
His boyfriend.
You
I'm in
met
the
him.
kitchen minding my business. Actually, I was
Ex.
just broken up with my girlfriend, and I'm in the kitchen.
That was the 10-year one.
Yeah, and I'm in the kitchen, and his boyfriend accused. He and I were just talking, like just I don't even know what we were talking about. And
Sex.
his boyfriend, where
No,
we?
just
I was like, where?
kidding. I was kidding.
Vodka stole my memory. Clearly not, because I still remember the moment. But and his boyfriend accused us of something going on, and I was like, oh no, not at all. I was like, in fact, it's probably you should look at him and the other guy over there. And it was our friend who was throwing a party, and then things just got really messy after that. I shouldn't
You
have said
stirred
it.
the pot.
I stirred the pot on accident.
Yeah, you've stirred the pot a couple.
Oh yeah.
I mean, stirring the pot sometimes is a little fun.
It
I
is
do
fun.
like it
I mean, I like it with
for fun. Like
for fun
humor.
if it's gonna be fun. I don't want bad. I don't have bad intentions.
Right.
I don't have bad intentions for stirring the pot. I'm not an evil stir the pot.
No,
It's kind of funny.
You're just like trying to crack a little bit of shock value.
Yeah,
like
and
funny.
Yeah, and that particular day, because that was my messy day, it was, the vodka. I let the vodka stir that pot.
Right, and I even have to admit, like,
Darius was in full effect.
Darius was in full
Darius.
effect, and I met Darius for the first time, and I was like,
Which one do you
I
like
need
more,
to be.
Darius or Derrial?
I think I like Darius.
Oh damn!
I'm kidding. I'm like,
I was hoping
I'm
you would say 50-50.
I'm liking this version. Hey, the sober mocktailer in me like really likes like this kind of person because
Yeah.
I didn't get to connect with you a lot because living in LA, it was all about a party, going here,
For
going
sure.
there. Like you said, I felt like I was working and it was like champagne every night.
Yeah,
Because it was like part of the job. It was open bar. It was like you entertain clients that way. It's expensed. And then I felt like I was like so clouded after my time there. I'm like, I got to get completely sober.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's definitely been eye-opening and laser focused.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get to, I say now that I drink on the weekends, but I want to get to the place where like maybe I don't drink at all for
For
my
a
mom would be
season.
very happy about it. My mom thinks I'm raging every night and
Yeah,
you
but
know,
your
doing
mom
everything.
never drank.
My mom never drank. So literally I love you, Mom, because you're listening. But if I have one glass
We
of
love
wine, my
you,
mom
Mom.
is ready to literally commit me to AA.
Oh yeah, her mom's the same way.
Yeah.
But they're just
She doesn't realize I'm a wholesome, nice young gentleman who
Yes.
drinks water most of the time.
right. You're a weekend
I don't
warrior.
even buy sodas for the house.
No, you're all about
I'm
water.
a weekend warrior though.
Yes.
Darius comes out on the weekends.
And you know what? You guys have something in common. You both are laser focused when you need to be. You have 2 kids. You got a podcast. You got a husband. You got a whole farm to take care of. She has goats and chickens.
Oh wow.
So she's got a lot on her plate
You got
too.
a lot. Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. This bitch ain't just some housekeeper.
I mean, she seems like she has multi-facets. What was that face?
I kind of am just a housekeeper.
I was gonna just boost you up because
He was uplifting you. I saw where he was going with it.
I was actually just giving you a compliment.
whatever. I'm noticing your socks, Derrial.
Oh,
I see
yes.
Scream.
Yes.
So tell us
Screamy.
about that.
Screamy, creamy.
I am a huge horror fan. By the way, that was a great. I love that little.
wow.
As a host, that was. I'm gonna give you like A+ on that. That was
Thank
a nice
you.
natural transition, girl. You better work up this.
Thank you.
Good.
You better know your transitions.
She's ready.
I am a huge horror fan. I mean, I hope I'm not scaring any listeners,
No.
but I do like to go to bed to horror movies. It relaxes me.
Yes.
And also Dateline, murder.
Yeah, that's odd,
like I
but
go. It's a
we're
little
here
odd.
for it.
That's
I
my
love it.
that's my kink
Yeah.
I
and
love
cork.
it. Cheers to
Uh-huh.
Kink
that.
cork, my cork kink.
Okay.
You know?
I sometimes like to have sex with horror movies in the background.
See, I didn't say all that. I didn't say all
He
that.
didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
No.
This is not OnlyFans, Ryan. Do you have are there OnlyFans?
No, we
That's about to happen?
genuinely like it.
Thank you for picking on
Okay.
him with me.
Okay.
I genuinely like it.
Just having sex while you have a mask on or during horror
Oh,
movies?
a horror movie in the background on the TV.
Okay, maybe. I mean, listen, you know what? I'll never say never. Okay, I do like horror movies, so maybe I'll try it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be something happy.
So
But
you find it
so
relaxing.
I find it relaxing, and so I love horror. I mean, I have so many. I'm like the new I Know What You Did Last Summer is coming out this Friday.
Ooh.
I can't wait. The first original with
Can
Jennifer
you
Love Hewitt.
stay and we'll go to the movies?
Unfortunately, I have a birthday party to go to, which I can talk about. But
We should go to the.
I want to
birthday.
go.
Let's go.
Maybe maybe I'll stay.
We'll
and
take
go.
the PJ to the birthday.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. But I'm a huge horror fan, and I actually am working on a horror podcast. We're still at the very developing stages, but with one of my friends who's an actress.
Can we give a shout out?
Tracy Toms.
Ooh, is that Emily from The Devil Wears Prada's best friend?
Yes, and she is revamping her role in Devil Wears Prada Part 2. So shout out to Tracy Toms.
Oh my God, Tracy Tom! Oh, I love
Yeah, she's amazing.
you have a bunch of posts with her in your
Yeah,
Insta.
she's
magical.
She is one of the most talented people that I
Yes.
know. She throws these annual parties at her house. She just had one for 4th of July, and it always turns into a karaoke party. So earlier when you were asking me if I sing, I'm like, oh, no. I'm not. I sing at certain places. I think
Sweet
I have
Caroline?
a good voice. I won't sing at her parties because everyone there is like Broadway stars who are singing. She sang Journey, just a small town boy.
Oh.
And
Oh wait, give me a little of that.
no,
got a little
I
smoky.
I don't want to do anything that Tracy is doing because she crushed it. I brought a
That was
friend there,
good.
and she just like crushed it. She was so dope, and she and I are working on the concept of
She's
the
magical.
podcast.
Do you have like
And-
a dark, scary, spooky voice that you're going to talk in, or do you just talk in this voice?
during sex or like just in general.
Well, now that you mentioned that. No, for the pod.
Okay.
For the podcast. Do you think you'll talk
You're
in like
naughty.
a scary voice?
I like this naughty dar.
I like to keep it behind closed doors.
Okay, Mr. Bachelor.
What do they say? Business in the streets and
Pleasure in the sheets.
Wait, what is it?
Freak
What
in
was
the
this
sheets?
Freak in the sheet. Wait, but
Lady on the streets? Freak in the sheets.
man, I don't know. I don't remember the statement.
It's a freak in the
For
sheets.
any of you
Lady in the
listeners, please,
sheets.
tweet, text, let us
Whore
know.
in the streets, lady in the sheets.
No.
Text us and let us know what you.
Yes, can you guys please
What's
comment
the
below?
statement? Look at me giving you your
Thank
PR.
you for plugging it.
the plug.
Yeah, please
know,
comment
but no,
below.
there is-
What is that saying?
Wait, lady. I know it was lady.
I'm a
in the
lady in the
lady
streets,
in
freak in the sheets.
Lady in the street, but lady in the streets doesn't sound good. To me, that sounds
No.
bad. Lady
well, no,
in the
lady
streets.
in the street. She walks with.
Oh, a lady in but lady in the streets also could sound something weird too.
well, she's not like with.
like a man in the streets. Like sounds weird. Like man in the streets, man of the
well,
streets.
she's walking down Soho and like Broadway Lafayette. She's walking real professional. She's got her like blazer on. She's a lady in the street.
Okay, we'll we'll
Yeah.
go with that. But whatever that male version is, that's what I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was trying to give
what
that.
a class
Trying to give,
act.
trying to
you
give
do
that.
give classy
I mean,
with a dash of trash.
I definitely am a class with a dash of trash. Sure.
Because you can throw down and get messy.
'Cause I know how to work all the rooms.
Yes.
So I will say one of my skill sets is being able to work all the rooms. So
Well,
even when
thank
I was in
you.
high school or in like grade school, like I was homecoming king, and
Of course you
Oh,
were.
humble
Of
brag
course
from
you
like
were.
800 years ago. But when I was homecoming
You're
king, the reason
34. Shut
I'm
the
34.
fuck up.
But when people but the reason I was told I got homecoming king is because I was able to maneuver through everyone. Like I was cool with everybody.
Yeah.
I was cool with the jocks, the band members, political people, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, Derrial, one last question.
wait, now I'm Dario.
I know.
Now you're British saying my name. What's going on? Dario.
Derrial.
Derrial, thank you for being
Thank
here
you.
with us today.
Derrial,
for
we have
having
one
me.
last question. What question do you have for us?
Ooh. Wow. Turn the spotlight, baby.
And it can be anything. It could be out of pocket. It could be inappropriate. It could be really digging deep. Like,
Okay.
we want to be vulnerable with you. We really feel like we can open up to you.
What's the messiest thing you've done in the last 6 months where you regretted it?
Oh gosh.
I mean, I know.
I'm messy when it comes to like animals, getting animals and stuff. And
What does that mean?
well, like I brought home a goat when my husband was gone so that I could start my herd. And then, because once you have one goat, you have to have more. They have to have friends. So then it spiraled. Now I have 4 goats.
Oh, I'm sorry by messy. I mean, where not messy physically, messy mentally.
Oh gosh.
Were you like, oh, I regret that I did
Oh
that,
yeah. I've,
or
like,
said that,
I've definitely like
or started that flame?
I've started fights with family members. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yes, she gets a little messy.
Yeah.
She gets out of pocket. But you know what? I think you are. It's because she's the eldest and like she can kind of like take that role.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
What
Yeah.
about you? You get messy.
Yeah. It's the messiest thing.
You know what? The messiest thing that I really don't like about myself, I tell these like little white lies and then like I poke the bear and then it's like, why did I do that? Like I have to I'm grown or I should be grown. And like I do like, those people that are just so easy to like fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of what you were talking about in 2020. Like, I don't think you're doing that on the regular.
No.
I seem to always kind of get myself into that because, whenever you're around people that just like, you have to fuck with them
Yeah.
because you just like, that's the only way to handle them.
I mean, there's a couple of people that I still do that too, but yeah.
So
But they're close friends.
okay. So I am doing it with people that can't clearly take it or handle it.
Okay.
So I got to stop
Okay.
or just cut them out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That.
Thanks for listening and watching to Mocktails.
Or messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski.
we hope you have a blessed evening and enjoy your week. Hopefully there's a little bit of a debauchery weekend coming soon. And you are just, one step at a time. Put one foot in front of the other and we'll make sure that you get there. Call us, DM us, give us a shout out. I'd love to help you. We got our guest back in the studio, Derrial.
Hey, everybody. I'm Derrial Christon, and you're watching Mocktails or Messy.
Woo! Woo! Let's go. Thank you guys for watching Mocktails or
Messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski.
thank you, Derrial.
Thank you for
coming
having me.
in. You're
Thank
the
you.
best.